It's time for Workbook. I can help you. Sounds good, Big Ugly Hand.
Hello everybody, these are pages 44 and 45 in the Let's Go 3 workbook, and these are the phonics and reading pages. For part A, it says circle. So we're just going to look at each picture and circle the letters that make that picture. We're working with the DR, der, and the TR, ter sounds. And in your student book, they looked like this.
DR, draw, drum. TR, train, tree.
All right, let's do this one first. This is a drum. So they're going to pick in the first one, D, and then R, and then U, and then M. So if we think about it like this, each letter has its own column to go into. All right, number 2. Well, this is a tree. So the first letter in tree is T. So T, ter, TR, tree. So TREE, tree. And the last letter here is, the last one here is a picture of a girl drawing. So I think this is draw. So der, draw, draw. D, draw. DR, that's draw. And then aw is AW. So A is here and W. Draw. Okay, part A is done. And this is part B. Part B just says match. So we're going to take the words that we already learned in part A, and we're just going to match them to the right picture. All right, number 1, train. Train's here. Draw a line to train. Number 2, drum. Drum's here. Number 3, tree. Tree's here. Number 4, draw. Draw's right there. Part B is done. Okay, this is part C, and part C says read. So we're going to be reading this big story here, and then we're going to answer 3 questions about it in part D. So let's read first. The title of the story is Favorite Day. It's the day that I like the best. Favorite means like the best. All right, number 1. Drew. Drew goes to his grandmother's house on Saturday. He goes by train. So here's Drew, that's his mom. They are on the train. They're going to his grandma's house. He has a soda and his mom is reading a book. Number 2. His grandmother meets him at the train. Then they drive to her house. Okay, drive means control a car. So here they are. They're at the train station, and it is 10 o'clock in the morning. And here is the grandmother, and she's driving them in her car. Number 3. Drew likes his grandmother's house. He sits under a big tree and plays his drum. All right, so here's his grandmother's house. Drew's grandmother and his mother are swinging on this swing on the porch and talking. And Drew is sitting under this big tree, and he is playing his drum. Cool, sounds like a good day. Let's answer some questions in part D. Number 1 says, what does Drew do on Saturday? Okay, so we're going to look for the words on Saturday. And we want to find out an action. Because what does he do? Does he go shopping? Does he play video games? Let's find Saturday first. Drew goes to his grandmother's house on Saturday. There's Saturday, right here. So I think this is our answer. What does he do? He, because it's one boy, he goes to his grandmother's house. Let's write that. He goes to his grandmother's house. All right, number 2. How does Drew go to his grandmother's house? Okay, we had these questions in Unit 4, I think. No, Unit 3. When we ask how, we want to know a method, a way of traveling. So does he go to his grandmother's house by train? Does he go by bike? Does he go on foot? How does he go? Let's find where it says goes or going. Drew goes to his grandmother's house on Saturday. This is a time. He goes by, oh, look at that, by train. So we can just write this sentence right here. How does he go? He goes, he, she, it, add the S, by train. Okay, number 3. What does Drew do at his grandmother's house? Okay, so we're looking for these words, especially grandmother's house. And again, it's the same as number 1. We want to find an action because it says, what does he do? So looking for actions. Grandmother's house, no, that's on the train. This is at the train station. This one is grandmother's house. It says right here, grandmother's house. All right, Drew likes his grandmother's house. That's not really an action that he does there. He sits under a big tree and plays his drum. Okay, so this is the sentence that we need. And there are 2 actions in here. There's he sits and he plays. Which one do you think is more important? Which one should we answer this question? Should we say he sits under a tree or should we say he plays his drum? I think that this one is more important, so we're gonna write he plays his drum. If you want to, you could write this whole sentence and that would be right too. But for me, I think it's okay to just say, what does Drew do at his grandmother's house? He plays his drum. Let's write that. He plays his drum. And all done. Very good job, everybody.